There. All right. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Aber Channel. I'm your mythical, mystical, magical Chimera King VTuber guy. And I'm trapped in the system for rebelling against the demiurge. But I won't eat your snacks. That's not what I'm here for. I am here to give you the tingles and put you to sleep while I read ancient texts, while I hit things with other things, while I play obscure video games and voice unvoiced dialogue lines and extemporaneously read from old books and stuff like that. So I put you to sleep, and then with the content, I'll wake you up. Anyway, today I had on the schedule Chrono Trigger and an ASMR hypnosis session. And the hypnosis ASMR did not go through because it was lawnmower day in my community. Apparently, I woke up to lawnmower all day long. Lawnmower in my dreams. I had a nightmare, like a middle-aged nightmare, where someone was cutting my grass. It wasn't me. I went to see who it was, and it was apparently someone from the office had sent a maintenance worker out to cut my grass for me, and uh, they fined me $50 to mow my own, and sent me a nasty gram. Yeah, that's what amounts to nightmares when you get old. What's a male version of a hag, Chanta? I don't know. But anyway, so that's the SMR thing. I'm still gonna do the hypnotic session. I've got a script. I want to go over it in the quiet hours. Probably after we finish gaming today, but I'm not gonna promise it because I tend to like lock into things. And before I know it, it's like dawn, like, where'd all the time go? Anyway, so another thing that happened was a decision that I made to stop supporting Square Enix in all of its various Final Fantasy games, and that also includes Chrono Trigger. So the reason for that should be obvious to anyone paying attention, but I did toot about it. Basically, I don't want to support a social credit system and the infringement of our unalienable rights of free speech. And Square Enix has been taking L's on this topic for at least 4 years, and they show no sign of improvement. Although, I am excited about the new expansion to a degree. I remember that I was also excited for uh, the recent WoW one. I can't even remember the name of it, but I like pre-ordered that game and never played it. Never logged in one time because the company hasn't changed. Because our culture's been invaded by nannies and Nancy. And yeah, yeah, I remember like the 2010s when I first heard someone say Age of the Geek. And I was like, hell yeah, it's finally our time. No more getting shoved into lockers, swirlies and shit, getting beaten up for just your hobbies. But I would trade it. I would trade it back. I would, because by going mainstream, they fell off. Every every company with a board has fallen off. They've broadened their appeal so far that they lost their souls, like the heart. What made the thing good in the first place? What was so appealing to the most diehard fans is gone across the board. So I'm gonna play old games for a while, pre pre woke, pre retardation of society. Um, yeah, we'll see how it goes, and maybe some fetchers out there like you will follow along and laugh with me, cry with me, experience the before times through Apple Channel. I hope so. Let's get into it. This is my first time trying to stream this game with two monitors, so it took me a little extra time to do setup. And also, I had to change all almost all of my graphics. Uh, it had some little element of Final Fantasy, like a background or a screenshot or something. I had to comb through all of it and make new content. And even still behind me, you can kind of tell that through the summoning circle, you can see Palace of the Dead. And I'm going to replace that video soon with something from Morrowind, something that we record on our adventures probably today. Uh, Although I don't know how exciting the first day of Morrowind is. You know what I mean, guys? Like, it's not like we're gonna have like a bunch of flashy spells to be casted uh, on the first day, but we'll try. We'll try, and I don't know. I'm excited. I truly am. I'm gonna launch the game, stop my yapping. Not really. I'm gonna continue yapping. Let's talk some more about it's the fact that this isn't vanilla Morrowind. Okay, this is my personal, manually curated collection of mods that are focused on enhancing the immersion, enhancing the user experience, the user interface, um, enhancing in some places uh, the dialogue. It's adding voice lines where there were no voice lines and uh, changing up just a little bit of things here and there. For example, um, there's this one called hashtag not all Dunmer uh, are slavers because there's this voiced idle line where they're like, where did I put that slave? You know, um, but this has been like more randomized, or I should say, it was randomized for every Dunmer to say that, but now it's more intelligent. It's like based on a person's um, well, their ability, their nobility, their personality, you know, various things like that. Little tweaks to the RP. That's just one that I remembered the cool name of. Um, but I do have a list around here. I could just pull it up. That is setting CFG. I want OpenMW CFG. Mm, 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 mm. There's a mod for uh, the questions that they ask you at the start of the game to create your character. Um, there are mods to increase the texture resolution to upscale for HD, which I appreciate very much. Mods for clouds, mods for water. Um, I love this one. No witness. This is a small gameplay tweak that I really appreciate. Um, it's based on the Skyrim Elder Scrolls 5 game logic, where if you commit a crime and you kill everyone that saw you create that saw you commit the crime, then there's no one left to report the crime. Ergo, the bounty is lifted. It's called uh, Last Witness, I think. No Witness. That's what it's called. No Witness. Anyway, there's another one called Graphic Herbalism, which I super appreciate. This makes it so you don't have to click on a dialogue window to loot herbs. Uh, Instead, it's more like in Skyrim where you look at the herb and you click on it, and then it goes into your inventory. Yeah. Um, Weapon sheathing, uh, impact sound effects. So swords hitting swords, arrows hitting things. Um, I like this one, sneaking drops camera. So when you when you activate sneak, you go like this. Now I'm sneaking, right? So this actually lowers the camera as well to give uh, the audience the impression that you are sneaking. Um, Marksman zoom. I think that I'm not sure exactly how that works anymore. I installed it a while ago, but I think it's similar to Skyrim again, where with the bow and a certain number of ability points in marksman, you can zoom in when you draw the string back. Um, let's see, seasonal weather. That's pretty cool. Um, real signposts. So this mods the signposts so that you can actually read them without hovering your mouse over the sign and reading the, like you can just look at it and read it right off the wood or metal or whatever it is. Um, window glow. So some at nighttime when you're going through a town, you'll see some windows are lit up because there's people in there. They're out, going about their business by candlelight or I don't know, mage light. Um, a couple of mods to tweak uh, certain buildings, like the Imperial forts, just to make them more interesting, more uh, dramatic looking. There's some places in the game where it was clear like the developers were short on time, and so the community has over the years filled in filled them out. Um, there's a whole bunch of mods for Vivek, but my favorite one is the concept art palace, which um, we'll see when you get there. But it's based off of the concept art for the game. It's pretty badass, and it took me a long time to get it to work without crashing the game. So, uh, Voices of Vardenfell is one that I was talking about that adds uh, it adds more voice dialogue to um, well to dialogues in the game. Like when you're clicking through a shop, like you'll see in the first town we land at, we find uh, it's very cool. I don't want to hype it up too much, but um, the bunkhouse it's got some tweaks in it. It's got like a little signboard where quests are posted, like little uh, sticky notes or They're like tacked on to not a cork board. They don't have cork, but it's it's a quest board, and you can actually like take the note and copy it into your journal for some of the quests that um, didn't have journal entries previously. Um, there's a mod for this. Every time you get on the Silt Strider, the guy says, we make a special trip just for you, same low price. And there was a little audio glitch where like the end of that line was cut off, and they fixed it. Um, Pimp my lava. I mean, people people really really put so much love into this game. They cared about how the lava rivers look, and they made particle effects for the alchemical salts. Um, Shop signs uh, in high definition, and yeah, and there's more that I have not enabled as well. I think, like I was saying, in order to get Vivek uh, to stop crashing, I disabled some mods, and over time, we can slowly turn some things on. Um, I have like a to-do folder for my mods. Uh, in fact, over half of my computer hard drive is dedicated to this game exclusively and its mods. It's insane. Okay, players have added entire game continents of content. You can go to Tamriel, you can go to Cyrodiil in this game. You can kind of go to Skyrim, but it's really just like an island off the shore of Skyrim. Um, I think it's called Solstheim. Uh, there is a fix for the message when you capture a black soul in a black soul gym. Little tiny tiny adjustments that are just gonna really enhance the flavor and extend the game's replayability. Um, and I've added some UI changes that are more Skyrim inspired. Um, yeah, you'll see. Let's get into it. I need to launch the game. And I need to ensure that it runs at the correct resolution. Yep. Okay. Good. There's a little bug where the settings don't save when you exit the game. So whatever. All right. Here we go. Chat. I need to refresh it, it looks like. There we go. And you can't hear anything. So. We make a special trip just for you. Same low price. We're gonna start a new game, Chanta. And I've set up some rules. We're not gonna reload if something goes wrong.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go.
It's
You're
Jim!
dreaming. What's your name?
Hi, Jim. It's me, Aber Channel. Okay, so for this first character, I'm just gonna be Aber Channel. But if I die, we're starting a new character. We're not reloading, okay? Unless there are extenuating circumstances. Something that was not fair. We'll say that.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
Yeah.
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Okay. All right. And... oh, it's captured my cursor. If I alt tab? Can I alt tab? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that I can see chat at all times. Okay.
You better do what they say.
I know. Hey, guys, for those that don't know, this year...
You better do what they say.
This year marks 20 years since Lord Jib passed away in the battle for Kvatch.
You better do what they say.
This game is even older than that. But it doesn't look like it. anymore. It's kind of dark though. I feel like I should turn some of my lights off to really get in the mood. My cameras can handle the face tracking in a dim environment, actually. Hey, what's up?
The sooner you leave, the sooner we can move on.
Horse mouth.
Yes, confused? We're all waiting.
Not there's anything wrong with horses.
Yes, confused? We're all waiting.
Can I take things?
Yes, confused? We're all waiting.
No, I cannot take things because my hands are still bound.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
All right. Dang.
On deck, now, prisoner.
Got it. Fine. This is the guy from the song. I lost my shit. Get down to the dock. This is where they want you. All right, hang on. One sec. Much better. Much better. Okay. I'll just pull my desk in. Take a sip of my can. Gotta hydrate, chato. Okay.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
That's right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate
Let's
my
go.
freedom.
Move it along.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Oh boy. Here we go. So as you can see, the interface is way different with like this smoky black translucent background. All the content is still the same. It's just a bit better. Easier to look at now. The last time I played this on stream, I totally fucked up. I made a custom class, and I picked the wrong primary attributes, and I was leveling my character. I was leveling its like secondary and tertiary abilities, and my level wasn't going up. I was still level 1. I'm like, what the hell? What do I have to do to level? And yeah, so you gotta level your primary stats if you want to level your character level. And somehow I forgot that because it's been a long time since I played the game, you know. But this is one of my favorite games of all time. Look at the reflections on this water, man. That's so cool. It's not moving because we're in a dialogue, but it does move. Okay, So, Apper Channel, who are we going to be? We're going to be not Argonian, but take a look at the Argonian for a second. Looks pretty good. Oh man. These guys have severe balding problems. Apper Channel does not. This is the min-maxer race. Okay. If you want, I mean, arguably the best race, but the thing is, no matter what, you're going to be an Outlander because you're not from Morrowind. So, the only thing that really hurts you is if you're like a Khajiit, a G, because everyone will assume that you're trying to steal from them, which is based and mostly accurate because they're all secretly addicted to moon sugar. And then we got the Nords. The hair textures leave a little to be desired. I think there are some okay hairs. Yeah, I mean, some of them are okay. I don't think that Nord's got the most love from the mods. I mean, the moderator, not the moderator, the mods, the mod builders. I forget the name of this mod who made Better Heads. Is what it's called, Better Heads. Now look at this. Oh my god. This old man. It looks so old. Imperial. Maybe we'll be an Imperial. Voice of the Emperor. Charm. To target 15 seconds. So that could be anything. It could be a beast or a man. Absorb fatigue. 200 points. I don't think I've ever played as an Imperial. A mongrel dog of the Empire. But like, this is some pretty good textures on the face. I'll tell you what. Oh. All right, let's try different male heads for a second. He would probably look good with like a hood on. Where's your hair, bro? Let's try to make them look like average channel, if possible. If possible. Oh, he's got a That's cool. It's a little more reddish, but I kind of like it. Although it comes with the like male tiara. But hair fins. Hair fins. Does my model have hair fins? I don't know that it does. But my chibi does. It's just an illustration, but oh my god, it's so cute. What? So anyway, there are more mods for improved hair textures. Maybe I don't have them enabled. It's possible. Well, that's the longest hair I've seen so far. It's unfortunately it's purple. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm not sure what's going on here in this region. Okay, well let's look at different heads. Oh, that was a mistake. That's okay. It's a very handsome face. Young. It's too bad I can't zoom a bit more. Whoa. Okay. Wow. There's a real variety of art style in these faces. This one looks like it matches the hair pretty well. It's too bad you can't pick the individual like eye color. Oh, there's more faces. This guy kind of looks like he's got stage makeup on, you know, like he's in a play, a pageant. Okay. Oh. Very expressive eyes. Hmm. So with this many faces, it really would flesh out the world. Oh God. I think some of these are from the expansions. There's like mod expansions for Cyrodiil and Tamriel that add NPCs. That explains why there are so many heads. Look at this guy. He's kind of got that JD Vance kind of. Needs different hair. We're not going to be JD Vance. Don't worry, guys. We're Aberchannel. I'm Aberchan. I'm Aberchan. Ooh, he's missing an eye. My goodness. This is just one race, guys. You know, the number of faces you can choose, I think we're back to the original one. Yeah. Okay. Now this looks like the guy who was on the ship. This one is really nice. It doesn't not look like Aberchannel. Except the eyes are too small and not green. I want big expressive eyes. Green if I can find them, but I haven't seen a lot of green. Let's just look for green-eyed faces. Wait, go back. Yeah, that's a green eye. Okay, so they exist. They exist. There's a lot of facial hair, which I have grown IRL, but it's not on my model. I'm trying to match the model as much as I can, but this is not bad. Let's try another hair. Okay, this is probably the best hair. Even though the beard is a bit darker. Let's see here. What skills does the Imperial have? Speechcraft, mercantile, those are good. Long blade, okay, I guess. Light armor, hand-to-hand, blunt weapon. Let's keep looking at the faces. It doesn't cost anything. Can I find another green-eyed face? It looks like no. That might be the only one. I guess green eyes aren't selected for in Cyrodiil, except among the super cool people. What kind of eyes are that? Those. They black? Gray? I so wish I could zoom. Anyway. Okay. Do you think the people of Morrowind would accept an Imperial in their what does it matter? I guess we will make them love us, Chata.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Sure. Okay, let's go. Did you hear that? It sounded like a guar. Hello. Ah, yes. This is the guy.
Ah, yes. We've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Okay, so ultimately I want to create a custom class, but I haven't given a lot of thought as to who this character is going to be or what they're going to do in the game. We're just kind of winging it. The objective right now is to not die or reload. So don't die is a pretty good strategy. Alright, let us answer his questions.
On a clear day, you chance upon a strange animal, its leg trapped in a hunter's claw snare. Judging from the bleeding, it will not survive long. What do you do?
Okay, so we can use herbs from our pack to put it to sleep. That's probably going to give us a boost to herbalism or alchemy or whatever. Draw your dagger, mercifully ending its life with a single thrust. Do not interfere in the natural evolution of events, but rather take the opportunity to learn more about a strange animal that you've never seen before. It's kind of essaying, my dude, but herbs.
One summer afternoon, your father gives you a choice of chores. What would you rather do?
Okay, Dad. Herbs again. Oh my god. I'm simply one hell of an alchemist, Cheta. Catch fish. I like fishing in every game. Did we add fishing to Morrowind? Because that would be badass. I don't know. Work in the forge. So I feel like this is a trick, because even though Dad has given us a choice, he definitely would prefer me to help him. Unless I'm not very good at the forge, and he wants me to get out of his hair. Well, go help your mother. And she's preparing dinner, so this would give me even more herbalism. When it comes to blacksmithing, like, I think I could pick that up along the way later. But herbalism is something I want to start as soon as possible in this game.
Your cousin has given you a very embarrassing nickname, and even worse,
Well, fuck him.
likes to call you it in front of your friends. You have asked him to stop, but he finds it very amusing to watch you blush. What do you do?
I'm finding it hard to believe that I have friends. Let's see. Beat up my cousin. No, probably not gonna do that again. Make up an even more embarrassing nickname for him. Meh. Make up a story that makes your nickname seem like a badge of honor instead of something humiliating. This is the Upper Channel way.
There is a lot of heated discussion at the local tavern over a group of people called telepaths. They've been hired by certain city-state kings. Rumor has it these telepaths read a person's mind and tell their lord whether a follower is telling the truth or not. You believe what?
I believe it's a psyop, that there are no telepaths in Morrowind. And, yeah, these people are just... They're good at reading, cold reading, and suggestion, bluff, sense motive, that sort of thing. Let's see what the options are. Loyal followers of the king have nothing to fear, but fear itself. No, nothing to fear if you have nothing to hide. That's what this is. Loyal followers. Yeah, you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. A terrible practice. A person's thoughts are his own, and no one, not even a king, has a right to make such an invasion on another human's mind. I mean, yeah. In these times, it is a necessary evil. Although you do not necessarily like the idea, a telepath could have certain advantages during a time of war, or in finding someone innocent of a crime. But should that be admissible evidence? Not unless there's a way to prove it. Otherwise, it's just it's like, it's a super witness. You know what I mean? It's like a witness plus plus. So no.
Your mother sends you to the market with a list of goods to buy. After you finish, you find that by mistake a shopkeeper has given you too much money back in exchange for one of the items. What do you do?
How far away am I? When I figure this out, how far away am I? I think it's important. Like, if I'm halfway home and it's starting to get dark, am I going to turn around and, I don't know. Let's see. Decide to put the extra money to good use and purchase items that would help your family. Oh. No, this is stupid. Especially if you're in the store. You'd have to go to a different shop. Anyway. Return to the store and give the shopkeeper his hard-earned money, explaining to him the mistake. That would depend on the shopkeeper and his reputation. Because maybe he's not such a good guy, the shopkeeper. Maybe he deals in a little human trafficking on the side. I don't know. Pocket the extra money, knowing that shopkeepers in general tend to overcharge their customers anyway. Now, this I also don't like because it's a self-referential belief. It's a cope or a justification to do what you were going to do anyway. And the key word here is anyway. So, explaining to him his mistake, I don't know, that might piss somebody off and say, hey, you forgot to carry the 1 here, you see? And hand him his receipt. But it's probably the most honorable of choices. What would Aberchannel do IRL? Well, IRL, I don't really interact with shopkeepers. There are very few mom and pop stores. And if this were taking place in a mom and pop store, then I definitely would feel differently about it than if it were taking place in a corporate multinational Quango corporation, like a Walmart, where they assume that everyone is stealing by default. In that situation, I'm kind of like, fuck you guys, you know, staring me down as I walk to the exit. Even though you've got like 700 cameras. I don't know. But let's assume this is a mom and pop shop. And they are decent people that aren't trying to sell a sister in a second.
While in a marketplace, you witness a thief cut a purse from a noble. Even as he does so, the noble notices and calls for the city guards. In his haste to get away, the thief drops the purse near you. Surprisingly, no one seems to notice the bag of coins at your feet. What do you do?
Hey, buddy, you how dare you try to trip me? Let's see. Pick up the bag and pocket it, knowing that the extra windfall will help your family in times of trouble. In times of trouble? What? Like, put it in the bank and save it? Pick up the bag and signal to the guard, knowing that the only honorable thing to do is to return the money to its rightful owner. Leave the bag there, knowing that it's better to not get involved. This is the worst option. I'll tell you what this question here is trying to see how you feel about the nobility. Whether or not you think that it's okay to cheat a rich person because they can afford it, or because they probably got their wealth by being a bad person, doing bad dealings and not necessarily hard work. This also depends on my opinion of the city guards in the city that I'm in. Whether or not I believe the city guard will do the noble thing and track down the noble and get him his money back, or if they're just going to spend it on sweet rolls. But assuming that the noble isn't in the skooma business or something, and the city guards would ensure that he got his money back, then I would give it to them.
Your father sends you on a task which you loathe, cleaning the stables. On the way there, pitchfork in hand, you run into your friend from the homestead near your own. He offers to do it for you, in return for a future favor of his choosing. What do you do?
No way in hell am I taking that deal. A future favor of his choosing sounds like a mafia deal. It sounds like an unequal trade. Decline his offer, knowing that your father expects you to do the work, and it's better to not be in debt. I don't even need to read these options. This is exactly what I would say.
Your mother asks you to help fix the stove. While you're working, a very hot pipe slips its moorings and falls towards her. What do you do?
Well, if I'm fixing the stove, then why is she in the kitchen? You gotta give me some space, woman. I'm working here. Let's say maybe she brought me some refreshments or something. Bless her heart. And if I am working on a hot pipe, on a hot stove, then I am probably wearing gloves. I'm probably much more prepared and able to take the hit than she. So grab the pipe and push it away.
While in town, the baker gives you a sweet roll. Delighted, you take it into an alley to enjoy, only to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age. The leader demands the sweet roll, or else he and his friends will beat you and take it. What do you do?
I love his little chuckle there at the end. That's... Oh, what do you do? That's awesome. Drop the sweet roll and step on it. Nope. Nope. Act like you're gonna give it to him, but at the last minute, throw it in the air. No. No. That's like a sucker punch, right? Give him the sweet roll now, without argument, knowing that later this afternoon, you will have all your friends with you and can come and take whatever he owes you. Yeah, this ain't over.
Entering town, you find that you are witness to a very well-dressed man running from a crowd. He screams to you for help. The crowd behind him seems very angry. What do you do?
And we've already established that I have friends in this scenario. So, normally, when someone comes at me screaming for help, and they're being chased by a crowd, I want to know, what did you do, man? Was it something you said? Or something you took, perhaps, that didn't belong to you? Rush to the man's aid, despite your lack of knowledge of the circumstances. Rush to the town's aid, despite your lack of knowledge of the circumstances. Stand aside and allow the men and mob to pass, realizing that it is probably best to not get involved. I don't know if I'd rush to anyone's aid. I'd have some questions before I offer help. I mean, this guy could have stabbed somebody in broad daylight, for all I know. It's better to help the town, because I gotta live with the town. Wait, it says entering town. Is this my town? Do I know the town's people here? Or is this a new town? And maybe they have some customs that me and this man are unaware of. Entering town, not returning to town. Well, if this is a new town that I've never been to, and I don't have any knowledge of the circumstances, then perhaps I would help the man. I'm a rogue? Really? Choose another. Fill out the forms yourself. That's kind of cool though. Rogue. So, I'm from elsewhere. No, I'm from Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil has a lot of ancient ruins. Maybe I'm like an archaeologist. I don't know. But I'm Aboriginal. Specialization, combat, magic, or stealth. Security, sneak, acrobatics, light armor, short blade, marksman, mercantile, speechcraft, hand-to-hand. I mean, I like those things. Light armor, short blade are the only things I would really change. What about magic? It's just like all of the magic skills. Combat. Block, armor, medium, heavy, blunt, long blade, axe, spear, athletics. Spears are really, really good in this game, guys. But I'm not trying to metagame today. Alchemy. Restoration. Enchanting. Aberchannel is a magical chimera king. We do not sneak. We are subtle, but we do not sneak. Favored attributes. Okay. What's my class? Mystic Thurge. It's a prestige class. Let's pick the major skills first, because this is going to determine how we level up. Might cancel. Block is an agility skill. I actually do like the idea of blocking. And using magic. but I don't know if you can in this game. They don't have two weapon. There's no dual wielding or dual casting like a Mystic Thurge can do. Maybe, you know, maybe. What is spear? That's endurance. This is the one of the odd skills. Heavy armor, also endurance. Oh, okay. This is going to take us a little while, Chatta, but this is like the most important part of setting up a character. And if you get this wrong, your gameplay is going to be totally screwed. Does wearing armor cause spell failure? It doesn't seem like it does. This is a silly skill, armorer. About alchemy. Blunt weapon. How about enchanting? Or restoration? Mental domination of mundane and magical creatures, summoning otherworldly weapons and armor. Yeah. Let's try unarmored. Spear. Speed. Alchemy. Enchant. Spear. Block. Block? Or mercantile. Speed is short blade. And hand to hand. No weapons. That'd be kind of badass. No armor, no weapons. But no, Aberchannel does have a weapon. He wields a whip. Athletics. And speed. And intelligence. And endurance. Endurance affects your starting health, health gain per level, and your maximum fatigue. I am inclined to choose this because it has synergy with Spear. Speed, Spear, athletics, This means we can level by jumping, doesn't it? Or is that acrobatics? I think that's acrobatics, actually. Which is a strength skill. Oh, mercantile. Speechcraft. Lock. Endurance again, huh? I think I need to have a shield. I'm gonna trade block for enchanting. Because enchanting is like a late game thing anyway. Spear. Unarmored. Heavy armor. What's funny is that my favorite attributes aren't magical. But these will keep me alive. I think probably should have one strength skill that's major. Speed, intelligence, agility, endurance. Endurance. Maybe it will be acrobatics, athletics, and acrobatics. Spear, block, alchemy. I'm simply one hell of an alchemist, you guys. Let's see. Looking at this, though, I'm not sure. I am a magical character. I just have alchemy and enchanting. Let's see. Strength, endurance, agility. Does block really go with unarmored? No, it doesn't. Let's try medium armor instead. So, 2 kinds of armor, plus block, spear, in lieu of a whip. Alchemy, athletics, acrobatics, mercantile, speechcraft. Alright, I've got 5 things in combat. Alchemy's doing a lot of heavy lifting. Man, no sneaking. Can you do this game without sneaking? I don't know. I don't know. Shit. I'll probably train sneak anyway. Let's see. Mercantile, speechcraft, acrobatics, There's 3 things. I guess I'm a combat specialization. It makes me a combat alchemist. I kind of need, I got agility, endurance, strength. I don't have a way to level up willpower. Mysticism, binding a soul in a gym. That really pairs with enchanting, doesn't it? Telekinesis. Absorb and reflect magic. That sounds cool. How about that? There. We'll do lockpicking as a minor skill. Class description. I run and jump. Into battle. Feet first. Oh. I guess the period key does something different in this menu. And I do not stop until the enemy until the threat has passed. And I use my add mixtures to bolster my strength and recover quickly from wounds. And I and win victorious. I devour the souls of my foes, channeling their spirit into my equipment. So that I can be a more effective killer. There. I'm not just an alchemist, am I? I'm a combat hierophant.
Very good. The letter that preceded, you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what
Yes,
would that be?
the sign of the dragon. Is there a dragon? There might be a dragon. There's a serpent. Poison. No. Elfborn. More MP. Spell absorption. 50 points. That's an ability. I want... Wait. Is that constant? Lady's Grace fortifies endurance. Which would make me better with a spear, wouldn't it? The Blood of the North. It's a small heal. I bet it's like a once per day thing. So ability seems to be a passive ability. And a power is a once per day. But a spell, maybe this has multiple uses. Yeah. Turn undead. On touch or target. Oof. Invisibility for 60 seconds on self for once per day. Oh, is it's no, I don't remember. Is it speed that or endurance? The spear. I think it's endurance. Charioteer. This might be OP. Sanctuary at 10 points. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Who needs lockpicking when you can just... Oh, it's only once per day. But you can just detect key. Fortify attack, 10 points. That's cool. But the steed seems cool. So does the lady. If I had the lady, I would be choosing fortified personality, like every time I go to exchange goods, which would be kind of annoying. But wait, it's not a power, it's an ability. So this would make you better at wearing armor and buying and selling stuff. That's pretty cool. The steed. Make you better at, like, running. Which is like the first, I think it's the third word. No, it's the second word. Like, I run into battle. Run and jump.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Okay, let me review. Imperial, Combat Hierophant, the Steed. The spear is endurance, it's not speed. So then what is speed? Endurance is heavy armor too. Athletics. Okay, so it's just running and swimming. Abilities, charioteer. How about the lady? Endurance and personality 75. This affects your health, your starting health, your health gain per level, and your maximum fatigue. Yeah, I think we want to max or to make endurance as high as possible when starting. Because it's like compound HP. And this affects mercantile. Is there any skill that is luck-based? I don't think there is. I think you can just put 1 point into luck if you level up. Let's do it. You now have a stats menu where you can always view your information. See, I put them in the middle, not off to the left or the right, which is going to be great for streaming. Right-clicking allows you to use your menus. When you're done with them, right-click again to close.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Okay. Read your papers by pressing space while looking at them. then select Take to pick them up.
Take your papers off the table and go see Captain Gravius.
For release by Emperor Uriel Septim the Seventh's decree for the district of Vardenfell in the province of Morrowind. Name Abra Channel. Race Imperial. Class Combat Hierophant. Signed Socius Ergala, agent of the Satanine Imperial Census and Excise, 16th of Last Seed, Third Era 427. Take. Now I have an inventory menu where I can see what I'm carrying. Like all menus, right-click to use your new menu. You can click and move objects from the world to your inventory. So, can I just like pick up this? Click and drag items off the table into my inventory. No. Bounty, reputation. Yo. I got wrist. I didn't mean to. Not really. But hey, when you're an Outlander, it helps to have a good personality. For sure. And some nice drip. So, let's get to work. First things first, we're going to save the game right here. Never mind. We can't save. Not yet. Let's see. How about we read some books? Yeah? A Brief History of the Empire, Part 1. 2, 3, and 4. These are worth 50 drakes. It's pretty cool. How much is this worth? Ooh, 650. Looks awful fancy. But it's clearly stealing because you can see the crosshair turns red. We're not trying to steal things. Not when they just...
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celes Gravius.
Okay. Not when we just got our freedom. I will be polite and close this door behind me. That way they can't see me take things. You should learn how to do combat. Pick up the dagger on the table by activating it with space. Equip the dagger by dropping it on your picture in the inventory menu. Press F to pull out your weapon. Once the weapon is readied, hold and release left mouse button to swing. The harder you swing, the more damage it does, but the more fatigue you will drain. F. Got it. Thank you. And now, I will take everything in sight. Note, Hriskar, don't think I've forgotten our wager. I want this dagger sharp as a scamp's claw by morning. Ganical. Well, I'm gonna take this because maybe I can sell the information at a later time. Letters, books, and scrolls can be read by equipping them in your inventory menu. Bread restores fatigue. You can eat ingredients by equipping them on your character in the inventory menu. Ingredients have different properties. Some may hurt you and some may help. Blank paper. Okay. Knife and fork. So this is sneaking. And when you sneak, see it drops the camera. It's not a toggle. You gotta hold it. That's okay. I'm gonna take this candelabra. This seems like the fanciest thing in the room. Ooh, never mind. Second fanciest. This regional liquor acts like a potion. To drink potions, equip them in the inventory menu. I'm all about potions and such. The silver, maybe I could melt it down and make some armor or something. That'd be cool. A lockpick. Okay. F. And sneak. This is intelligence based, so it might take me a while. Aha. Money. I like money. Kwama egg. Not gonna lie, I'm just gonna take everything. Since I have a high endurance, I think that means I have a high carrying capacity. 200. Right? Fatigue. No. Strength. Wait. Now, strength is what governs how much you can carry. I remember because there are certain undeads who will attack your strength and suddenly you'll become over-encumbered. The firmament. This is probably the most important. No, the Pilgrim's Path is the book. This is the book about astrology, also known as star race. I shoot. Okay, let's equip the sword again and take everything. It's not that we're robbing them blind so much as We're just getting a start, you know. This stuff is here for anybody. Maybe I'll interact with the bed so that it gives me the tutorial now. Beds can be used to rest in public buildings. Press T to rest when out in the wilderness. I don't think sneak is one of my level. No. I'm not a good sneak. I'm a bad sneak. That's okay. I specifically did not want to be a stealth archer. Because everyone does stealth archer. It's kind of trite. You now have a map menu. It shows you the name of the place you are in and you're facing. You can't see that because it's behind me. Sorry. Ooh, engraved ring of healing. 1 to 5 points. This actually kind of sucks, but we're gonna take it. And now we have magic menu. Conceal your powers, spells, and magic items. Right click to use it. And yeah, press R to activate. Then click to cast. Fine. Oh. I have to click this, I think. There. Now I have readied my spell. These are not important right now. Charm, 25 to 50 points. Target. Okay, well you can see the big map. I still got plenty of room. Press space to talk to the captain. Select topics to ask about them. Don't try persuasion on him. If you're not good at it, he will start to dislike you. Okay. Am I good at persuasion? Personality. Uh, Not really. Where is Persuade? I don't even think it's on the list. Nope, it's not.
Your papers, please. First, let me take your identification papers. Thank you. Word of your arrival only reached me yesterday. I am Celis Gravius, but my background is not important. I'm here to welcome you to Morrowind.
Oh. Well, thank you, Celis. What is Morrowind?
Yes, you're in Morrowind. I don't know why you're here or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim VII himself, and I don't need to know any more than that. When you leave this office, you are a free man. But before you go, I have instructions on your duties. Instructions from the Emperor, so pay careful attention.
Oh. Okay. Tell me about my duties.
This package came with the news of your arrival. You are to take it to Caius Cosades in the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius Cosades. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name.
A dispersal, you say? That sounds like money. I like money. Directions to Caius Cosades. Package for Caius Cosades added to my inventory. Journals updated. And 87 gold. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Who is Caius Cosades?
Report to Caius Cosades in Balmora. I can't tell you where to find him, but you are to go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for him. Someone there can direct you to him.
Okay, I can do that. What can you tell me about Balmora?
Balmora is north of Seda Neen. The road
Okay.
passes Pelagiad Village and Fort Pelagiad, crosses a deep ravine, passes Fort Moonmoth, then turns west across the Odai River and into Balmora. The South Wall Corner Club is in southeast Balmora on the east side of the river. For more detailed directions, talk to Elone the scout at Aril's trade house here in Seda Neen. But take my advice. You're new here. Take the Silt Strider to Balmora. Fast, cheap, safe. Cross the bridge and head east. Can't miss it.
You know what? I think I will take your advice, sir. Since you have provided me the gold for the Silt Strider, it would be silly to do anything else.
Silt Striders carry passengers and cargo between settlements on Vardenfell. Fares depend on distance to be traveled. Silt Striders are giant insects. A compartment for passengers and cargo is hollowed from the creature's shell. The driver directs the beast by directly manipulating exposed organs and tissues. Silt Striders travel between Aldrun, Balmora, Seda Neen, Suran, Gnesis, Molagmar, Margan, and North Landing near Vivek.
Wow. Okay. Well. Tell me about Uriel Septim.
Yes, Uriel Septim is still the Emperor. According to my instructions, he personally authorized your release from prison and your delivery here. It's all very mysterious, but that's the way the Empire works. Silence, secrecy. Let not the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
I understand. Okay. One last question. What's the word on the street? I heard that Gillian Sedas at the Morag Tong Guild Hall in Balmora knows something that'd be very interesting to a marksman. Oh, I'm not a marksman, but thank you for the tip. Goodbye. And now I'm a free man. Press J to use your journal and review what you've been told. Check out Ariel's trade house on the left. You're on your own now. Good luck. Uh-oh. Here comes somebody. Hello,
Do
elf.
you want something from me? Are you the one that boat dropped off? Odd to see a boat arrive at that time of the day. Hope the Imperials treated you okay. I swear they took my ring.
Your ring? What?
I swear one of the guards has it. I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring, family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you?
This ring? Right here? This hunk of junk?
You found it! Amazing! Thank you, thank you. You are now my favorite friend. I'll be sure to tell the others, especially my friend Ariel, who runs the trade house here. Go see him. He'll be happy to see you now.
Okay. That's good. I was on my way to see Ariel. One more question. What's the word on the street? I heard there's been some trouble up at Fort Frostmoth. Never heard of it. It's an island called Solstein, north of Vardenfell. Oh man. They gave me an expansion quest hook at level 1. That sounds dangerous. On second thought, let us not go to Solstein. 'Tis a silly place. Got any advice? Don't head for the backcountry until you're ready. I did, and they took my stuff. And I count myself lucky. There's plenty of work, good opportunities near the towns down here in the southwest. But Red Mountain? No way. Out east with the Telvanni? Not yet. Up north in Shieldgrad? Just toss your stuff in the water and slit your throat. It'll be much faster and less painful. Oh, well, okay. I'm supposed to go to Balmora. Have you heard of it? Anyway, to the trade house.
Greetings.
Who said that? Hi.
Yes, Outlander, what do you want?
I've seen you before.
Yes, what do you want? If you're looking to get out of Saint-Denis, I'll be happy to give you a little advice.
Okay.
New here? Take the Silt Strider to Vivek or Balmora. Fast and cheap. No trouble with wild animals. And smugglers and bandits. And outlaws. Go see Darva Mechlaren over at the Strider Port. Over the bridge and east along the water. And tell her Vodunius Nucius sent you.
Okay. I do need to use the Silt Strider, so thank you. Thank you for the tip. Hi.
You're new to Saint-Denis, right? I'm Teleri Helvey. I'm sure you have questions. Go ahead, ask. I have plenty of time.
How about a secret?
You're an Outlander. Maybe you don't know about the kinds of Daedric ruins we have here in Morrowind. Daedra cults worship the bad Daedra. You can learn more about that at the temple. Anyway, long ago, before the temple put a stop to it, people used to worship bad Daedra. Molag Bal, Malakath, Sheogorath, and Mehrunes Dagon at Daedra shrines. But lately, since the Empire came in, some people have taken up worshipping the bad Daedra at these old sites. And I warn you, these are dangerous places.
Yeah, I believe you.
It pays to take it slow when you first come to Morrowind. When you talk to folks, keep an eye on their dispositions. They let you know if you don't like them, and it's smart to get on a fellah's good side before you ask for a favor.
Okay. A flaw. I haven't heard that one.
I am a commoner. I do whatever needs doing. Cooking, cleaning, building, baking, making, breaking. And by your accent, I can tell you are an Outlander. Since you're new to these parts, perhaps you'd like me to share a little local lore.
Cool. How about a specific place?
Not much here. Aril's trade house, the census and excise offices, that's the Coast Guard too, and a lighthouse, and that's it. Silt Strider service goes to Vivek, Balmora, Nisus, and Suran. The road goes north past Pelagiad to Balmora, and east to Vivek and southeast to Ebonheart.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Good day. This is the place.
An honor, to be sure. Welcome to Aril's Trade House. I barter for goods or coin. I also have a small selection of spells for sale. No credit. You want a little advice? That's free. That's all that's free. Would you like to hear about our most popular potions? Our most popular scrolls?
Wow. He likes me 100, chat. Yes. Tell me about your most popular potions.
Cure common disease and cure blight disease potions are most popular with travelers. Fortify strength, endurance, speed, agility are very helpful in combat. Fortify personality is popular with merchants and shy persons. Of course, Fortify fatigue keeps you fighting at your best. Restore health and restore fatigue are perhaps our most popular items, and for a short burst of power during a fight, you can't beat Grief, Shane, Flynn, Mazte, and Sujama.
How about a little advice?
If you want to live to a ripe old age, buy a weapon and as much armor as you can wear and still run from trouble. Buy a spell or two and practice your skills. Don't practice on citizens. We call that foul murder, and we don't like it. But you can kill smugglers and bandits and other outlaws all you like. Outlaws have no rights. Plenty of adventurers make a living from killing and looting outlaws. That smuggler scum down in Adamus Artis, for instance. The cave down near the Silt Strider platform.
Ah. The first quest hook. Well, side quest hook. Thank you. You sell spells here? Ah, you do. Okay. Okay. Got any spears? You do. Okay. Why is this one better? They're both called Iron Spear. They both cost the same. But this one is way better. Ooh, he's giving me a steep discount, Chanta. And a steel tower shield. How much for this? 90. Okay, I can afford that. But wait, we should buy our things one at a time. I've got some goods that I found between here and the boat. Not sure if you'd be interested in any of this stuff. But it doesn't hurt to ask. Looks like he's willing to give me one drake for just about everything. One drake seems to be the minimum. If I press enter, oh, I just sold all 4 of them. That's okay. How about this book? A few leaves of paper. Oh, I can't sell you that. Sorry. How about this note? Okay. The candlestick is actually kind of useful. Oh, screw it. That's worth 100? Okay, I have quite a bit of gold now. Let's buy some more gear, shall we? Steel pants. Steel left glove. Steel right gauntlet. Steel right pauldron. Iron helmet. Okay. Mortar and pestle. Oh shoot. Is it 5 a.m. already? Cheta. Oh man, I got to go. I've been up all night. Mhm. I feel like I can acquire a mortar and pestle pretty early, especially if I take the Silt Strider. But these clothes. It's kind of the best I can do. For now. Oh wait, expensive amulet. I'll buy that. Okay. Ah, the iron cuirass. Yeah, okay. I'll buy that. Fortify personality. Dang. He sells more lockpicks. This is probably going to be the best deal I'll get on lockpicks. Okay. Goodbye.
Is there something you need?
Not really. This is the quest board I was telling you about, Chad. Pretty cool. But we'll get to this. I'll come back to this another time. I think I will take a quick screenshot though.
It just stood there, holding its tail and whispering. What did it say?
What? Ooh. I don't have a tail. But yeah, I think this is where we're gonna.
Is there something you need?
For now.
It just stood there, holding its tail and whispering.
Yeah.
What did it say?
Oh. Wait. Cancel. I need to equip the stuff I just bought, right? There. Now, we'll do the screen idle. It should only take a minute, right? Yeah. It's a big helmet. Can you even see my face through it? Okay. Now we're going to save the game. Hardcore. Day 1. End. Seda. Trade house. All right. Let's go to just chat for a second. Thank you guys for watching. This has been super fun, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. But for now, I must get some rest while I still can. Peace out.